And hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of, the first episode of Even Chill, the talk show that, not really a talk show, but the show where it's a bunch of nerds who want to talk about Eve, talk about Eve. If you read
What makes it not a talk show?
I mean, pretty much nothing except the fact that
There you
there
go.
is actually Eve in the background, and I'm going to attempt to play it while doing the show.
Well, I mean, it looks like you're about to be gas huffing.
That is the plan. I just need to go and find the gas site in low-sec, and but yeah. So the basic format is pretty simple. Shooting the shit about Eve. If you have something you want to talk about, or you have this cool thing, say it, and then we can talk about it. The only thing that we're not allowed to talk about is the PCU. Everyone knows about the PCU. Everyone knows what CCP is doing.
What is... Oh, right.
Yeah.
Player count. What's the U mean? That's what I don't understand. I keep hearing PCU. Isn't that player count?
Yeah, I don't know what the U stands for either.
Yeah, no, I think it's really dumb. Like, I hear it a lot, and I'm like, where did you all get this acronym? Honestly, it just kind of find it confusing.
I mean, most of the time I hear it's in the case of the PCU is down, it's all bad, GER CCP, let's rant for 2 hours about how the game sucks. It's like, okay, well, we've heard...
I mean, why can't we give those people on r/Eve a chance? I don't think they're entirely unfounded in their claims.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's wrong either. Like, they've definitely, there's definitely things that people disagree with, and there are things that I disagree with. That's why I left the game for 6 months.
I left it like 2 years, man. I come back and it's like fucking unrecognizable, and I'm like, what the hell? This kind of sucks.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't think it's better, Nullifiers are an active module. That's stupid. What is it? Stabs are an active module. It's also kind of stupid. There's a lot of stupid shit that's active modules now, and I'm like, but I like passive things. Like, it's not a big deal. They didn't need to be changed. Then they also took away the battleship lock break, the target breaker, and I'm like, why? That's fucking shit. I don't know, man.
They did a lot of things, and those things have definitely been talked to death. I will say though that like the stabs and all that stuff, like those mods really like they haven't really changed much. It's literally okay, well, if you're gonna go through a gate, now you just hit a...
I don't want to waste a fucking high slot though on that shit. I don't want to have to worry about, like, I hate that shit where you just have to do the more and more and more. Like, fucking when I tried Eve Echoes, one of the big thing I noticed is that the autopilot actually works. Is it that big of a deal to let people, take it easy when, like, doing shit as menial as traveling? I mean, there's, like, don't force non-AFK things that aren't interesting to be not AFK. I don't know, man. I just wish that you didn't have to be there every fucking second for these little things. And I'm a fucking PvPer. I'm not even, like, I'm usually on there and active, so I want to be able to just take it easy on like, a few things, but now I have to be fucking hyper vigilant about everything. That's fucking boring. It's fucking annoying. That's an old topic, though, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's definitely fair.
Yeah, just let people focus on the content and not the itty-bitty in-between bullshit. It's just... Oh, I didn't fucking activate my nullifier. What the fuck? That's like... Back then that wasn't a problem. You had certain ships had it, and it was just inherent to the ship. Now, back then, DSTs and blockade runners couldn't have it. That was their special thing, that they had to fight through the bubbles, but interceptors could get through. That it gave interceptors a purpose, and now they feel purposeless. And it's like, why? Like, what's the point of an interceptor now? Really?
I'd say the only thing that I really see the purpose of an interceptor now too is just it's still fast as fuck.
Just buy a fucking Garmer, I don't know.
Yeah, like and they're actually a little bit more tanky, I believe. But then again, there was a...
They had something that other ships didn't have, and now that's not, like, important anymore. And that's really bad. That's just also T3Cs. They kept the subsystem and they gave it just the worst bonus. Like they said, oh, okay, you only lose 80% of the sig radius. What? You gotta sacrifice an entire slot, an entire subsystem for that, and you're not even gonna get your bonus back to like your drone bandwidth. Drone bandwidth is a weird thing to cut on that. Like, who would run a Proteus, for example, with that subsystem? It literally breaks entire other sectors of the game for no apparent reason, and I think that should definitely be changed back. Just go right back to it.
I'm weirdly okay with this conversation because it's actually being constructive.
Yeah, like honestly, we could just go right back on, yeah, besides player count shit, like I'm just gonna talk about the menial shit that I just don't think is worthwhile. The, nullifiers, there's nothing wrong with interceptor nullifiers. I think it was just fine. In fact, only half the interceptors, like you have your combat scepter, you have your speed scepter. That made sense. It's like combat recons and force recons. Makes sense, right? So why can't we have that? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's
Actually,
like, yeah.
you know what? They should make combat scepters get like a D-scan immunity or something interesting like that. That would be interesting. Like shake them up, make them unique as ships, because I feel like all they have is speed, and that's like frigates are just fast. Interceptor or not, they're fast. They're, like make them unique. Every ship needs something, and or at least every class of ship, and then you have different racial ships, right? When they're not unique, it's just kind of dumb, honestly.
And that honestly makes a lot of sense. I remember.
Oh, we're finally getting some people here.
Riker, you change Discords more often than you change your job.
Okay, one, yes, that's true. But
Oh! Coming out with these huge fucking roasts all of a sudden.
Because he messaged me, right? Alright.
Yeah, I was honestly, I'm shocked at how little viewership there is. I really thought this would like really pop off. This is fucking trash talk. This is Trash Talk Tuesday 2.0. Why aren't people sucking this up, you know?
Because I'm playing WoW Classic. That's
I don't. It doesn't matter what you're playing. It's a talk show. You just come and talk.
Yeah, I'm here to talk.
I'm playing.
So let's talk.
Playing Eve. Yeah, exactly. We're talking. We're talking about
There's like
nullifiers.
6 people watching.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They used to have fucking 50 people, 150 people watching
It's
Trash
because it's
Talk
the new
Tuesday.
stream. It's
I
a new
guess
stream.
so. Yeah. No, but I thought there was engagement on the Eve Reddit, and it looks like half those people don't really fucking play
I can
Eve
link it in
anymore. Give a
the
shit
Wave
about
One
Eve.
Volta GTC. We're
Fucking
good.
throw it in there, please.
I
Get
did,
them up.
I
Get them
did.
in there. Yeah. Oh yeah. We haven't even introduced ourselves. I feel like we were supposed to do that.
yeah, we probably were.
Hi guys, I'm Spicey McNicey. The coolest
Mhm.
fucking dude in Eve, literally, like flat out, proven. Nobody can refute that. And if you refute that, you literally are the worst Eve player in the game.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
See, and Spicey's no longer my co-host anymore, so I can say that Muskie's better.
Well, you see, I'm still your co-host. You just haven't been hosting anything other than the Discord streams. Do I need to continue, Riker?
No, I hear you. What corp are you in? What do you? Yeah.
I'm in Blob, dude.
You're in We Form
Greatest-
Club.
Greatest fucking alliance in the world.
Clearly, I heard you guys have been making a lot of strides in Null. Weren't you originally like a fucking wormhole
I
guy?
just joined recently. No, it's a spin-off of Volta.
Yeah, but Volta was like wormholers or something.
Yeah,
I don't
Volta
really
used to be
know.
like the Thera scary big boys.
Yeah, those guys. I've had a few run-ins.
But now they got pulled to the null politics game. It's all for the better though. It's the growth of the game. I mean, it adds another group to contend with other than, Horde and
Oh shit. Oh man, right as the show starts, Chance Ravine fucking comes online for once. Oh my god. I feel like I need to drop for a minute and see what this is about. This is a big fucking deal.
What happened?
Oh, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm Luigi Cadorna. I'm from WINGSPAN. Yes, I am the WINGSPAN representative for the show, and I gotta say, Chance Ravine just stepped down as CEO. It's a big day, and he's in voice channel, and that's really, really rare as someone who's been in the corp for like at least 2+ years. And it's just kind of, oh my god. You know what? Look, give me a second.
Tell him to come on the talk show. Tell him to tell us about
Okay,
his
can we
experiences.
no, but can we actually give this show a name? Because I don't think he's gonna want to come on a show called
Yeah,
Generic
this is
Geek
the
Talk Show.
Kurama X and Eve show.
Give him like a name that's like kind of catchy, like Trash Talk Tuesday, something like catchy. You know what kind of kids are thinking?
Wednesday. So why not Wednesday?
Warp Out Wednesday. There you go.
Why not
I like
Wednesday?
Warp Out or Warp In Wednesday.
Why
Warp
not
In
Wednesday?
Let's try that. Well, I'll just tell him that. Yeah, hey, we're on an Eve Talk show. You want to get? Okay, I'll give you a second.
Game I'm currently rating right now. Alright, Riker, what's the show about? What are we doing? What are we talking about here? Okay, so what have you been doing in Eve? You know? Yep.
I just realized the stream couldn't hear me. I need to quickly change some settings real quick so that it's not microphone spam. So yeah, Spicy, can you be entertaining for just a little bit?
Yep. What's up, chat? What's going on, chat? You have returned, Ardan. What's up, Ardan? How are you? Audio is gone, by the way. Fucking turn me.
Yeah, it should be back now.
All right. So all that stuff that I said is just gone forever.
You know, I'm kind of happy it is.
No, I was talking shit about BJK, dude. Ham serves are the best.
But yeah, guys, it's you know what the show has been renamed to Warp Out Wednesday, episode 1. Now I have to go back and rename everything, which, I mean,
You don't have to go back and rename everything. Just start it. You're turning over a new leaf. This is a new Kurama, a new Riker. There's only one way to go from here, and that's up.
okay, there, it's Warp Out Wednesday. I also had to be that guy to just be like, oh, hey, what's the server name? Well, it's basically going to be another generic Eve talk show, except we're actually, going to probably play Eve. I've already been banned them out. Let me see if I can undo
I mean,
that.
the meta show isn't called Theta Thursday. I mean, the meta show is far better than anything else, but now, lately, it's not because Matani's not there.
I mean, I don't know. I still like it.
Rip
Who
Mittens,
got
dude.
banned?
Rip Mittens. How's Blob? Blob is great, dude. Blob is poggers. Blob is total poggerinos, dude.
Oh.
Or as it's said in Blob, Poggy Woggy.
Adrian, what did you do to get timed out? I'm not even.
He linked a link, and your bot is a bot like BJK.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you just want to link that thing in Discord, that'll
No.
work better.
It was a link to the Discord because you were not focusing on anything other than being a troll.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you want the link to the Discord, just all you got to do is type exclamation point ETS Discord.
Yeah. No. I'm in the Discord now, but next week it's gonna change, so it's no big deal.
Wait, what do you mean next week it's gonna change?
I'm knowing you, Riker. You're gonna change Discords next week.
Listen, I'm not gonna change Discords. The only reason why I had another freaking Discord and the Eve Discord is because another freaking Discord has stuff that is totally not Eve related and is stuff that I'm sure that people that only want to engage with Eve and only want to engage with this show probably might not want to see. All right, like I don't personally, I don't think that people that watch just for this show aren't going to want to see like VR chat stuff.
Yeah, but like, why not? How do you know?
I mean, if they do, then they can just join the other Discord.
Yeah, but like, there's too many Discords. You know?
There's two.
You know why? That's like saying, I play Eve, but then I also play WoW, and then I play, DayZ. Speaking of which, I'm probably gonna start playing some DayZ soon.
You should definitely wait. DayZ as in like the standalone game or like the mod?
Like the standalone game.
Every time I play the standalone game, it just implodes.
Well, I mean, you need a better computer. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, you know that.
Fine.
I know that. We all know that. By the way, I just got 2 poggers drops in a heroic dungeon. Because that's Poggy Woggies.
Oh god, don't ever say Poggy Woggies ever again.
No. That's the catch line of my alliance, dude. Poggy Woggies.
I'm glad I went to NC.
Huh? Dude, NC's more cringe. NC as an entity is cringe, bro.
Listen, alright. I joined NC dot and now I can retire, okay?
No, you have to join PL to retire. NC dot is not retirement home. PL is the retirement home. NC doc is just guys that are professional dockers.
I mean, I never undock in the first place, except now I'm unironically undocked. But I'm on Tether, so
it's the same thing as being docked.
Exactly, so it works.
No, it doesn't, bro. You gotta undock and enjoy the game.
All right, look, I'm trying, okay.
You gotta undock, enjoy the game. You gotta be Poggy Woggies, dude.
Oh, there you go. You've already said Poggy Woggies again. Why?
Well, you gotta be Poggy Woggies about it. Yeah, there you go. Hey, look. Arden in chat gets it. Poggers, dude. He gets it. Why don't you get it, Riker?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just like... I don't know how far I can... Alright, so on this stream, I have like gone into the sun, but because of that, I'm like very concerned with what I can say, so I'm just gonna, I'm gonna keep it.
What do you mean? What are you concerned about saying? Please explain to me what you're concerned about saying. Other than Poggy Woggies, what is concerning?
I'm not gonna say
You just Max as Poggy Woggies, dude.
Absent-minded. That's a nice way to say it.
What, for saying Poggy Woggies?
No,
Say what you want to say, Riker. Say what you want to say. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
Listen, I'm trying, but I'm absent-minded most of the time. Just one of these days, I'll get things right.
No. Say it with your chest. Alright, well, so for future shows, right, as your co-host for whenever you're hosting, you have to have a topic to speak about, right?
The topic is Eve in general.
Eve in general. Well, Eve is a dog shit fucking game in its current state, and I hope that nobody fucking logs into it anymore so that CCP can realize that their dog shit game is fucking dying, and they actually do something productive to fucking fix it. That's what I think of Eve. Currently, we trade 140 Munins, which is the most broken ship in the fucking game, for, what was it, like 59 Paladins or 49 Paladins, right? Whereas they wiped our fleet twice, and we still were able to win the fight because of 1, reshipping, and 2, Munins were still alphing a battleship with hella tank off the field for shits and giggles.
That sounds how did that make you feel?
How did it make me feel? It made me feel retarded because, dude, like this game is stupid. It's been what? How many years since Munins were like meta, quote unquote, because of the ADC and their speed, right? Like it's stupid. You need an FC and an overdrive Serb needs high grade snakes just to keep up with the Serb, right? Serbs can't outrun Munins, right? Serbs are a decent counter to Munins, can't outrun them. Eagles don't fucking win against Munins. You know what wins against Munins? Munins. Munins win against Munins. Why? Because you can do the same thing that you did to them back. You can trade Munins for Munins, you know?
So like it just seems like Munins are just like they were never not overpowered. Like everyone uses them.
They've been overpowered for years, since the start of the second Goon War. Like, even before that, Munins were the go-to ship. There was no other. You saw Feroxes, maybe, right? You saw this, that, and the other. But Ahax as a fucking meta are way too strong right now. Like, Ahax in general. Or not Ahax, sorry. Hacks in general are just way too stupid strong. Like, way too strong. They need to be nerfed in some sort of manner.
I guess. I mean, what do you think would be more fun? Like, okay, so they hack,
Remove the
Munins,
ADC.
then what? What comes after that?
Literally just remove the ADC. It fixes the entire game. There's no reason that a fucking cruiser should, in any fucking landscape of this game, be able to just openly trade with a fucking paladin. And I'm talking trading on a 2-to-1 scale. Is there any Galente ship, cruiser, BC battleship that would make a good fleet doctrine? Yeah, there's plenty of them. Depends on what your skills are and what you're going for. Something other than tackle frigate. Okay, depends on what you're going for. If you're going for a drone boat, yes. If you're going for a railgun, yes. If you're going for a missile platform, no. So like again, what do you want to fly it for, right? Are you gonna fly it to be a missile boat, or are you gonna fly it to be? Are you in high sec? I'm assuming he's in high sec. Remote repping dummies. RR dummies.
Remote repping dummies are really
RR
fun.
dummies with ogres. Ogre twos. It's a pogger doctrine, dude. As long as they don't have smart bombs, which is very, very highly stupid to use smart bombs in high sec, so all you have to do is warp a neutral over, and they take damage from it. And then, like, Concord just comes and nukes your ship.
I gotta ask him, what is actually going on with Blob? Like, what's the whole like tackle stuff? Like, are they fighting anyone, or what is that
We
whole
are
area
at
with
war
like?
with Frat, which
Assume I know
is
nothing, or am dumb.
okay. Well, we're at war with Frat. I mean, that's all I can really say about it. We're at war with Frat. Horde came over to third party. Well, not Horde, but Securitas' Sig came over to third party. And past that, it's just whatever.
So NC dot deploying to fight you win. Is that what it
Never,
is?
because NC dot doesn't undock. We went over this.
I mean, IQ 300 will undock,
Yeah, but NC dot doesn't undock.
but IQ 300 is NC dot or fuck NC dot now. Okay, you know what? I said it. God dang it.
I understand that. What I'm saying is that they don't undock.
I'm trying to word what I'm about to say carefully, but it's not. My brain is having a hard time figuring it out.
Say what you're gonna say.
I'm
I have a
trying to
Brave
figure out
alt,
even what
so
it is. Something.
if you have a Brave, if you truly have a Brave alt, then you know that's not how people in Brave say that.
Dang, get called out.
All right, he stepped out. He's got some shit to do. You know, he might come back if you keep doing every Wednesday. I could try and get him on one time.
I mean, that's kind of the plan.
I could bring a lot of people on if you're gonna do Wednesdays.
That's
But
that's the
but
plan.
yeah, if I can actually legit get Chance to read, I mean that'd be awesome.
Alright, but anyway, right? Back to the conversation. So
What were you guys
hey,
talking
Riker,
about while I was gone? Yeah.
just sit there and listen for a second, because Riker's trying to comprehend what his thoughts are saying, and he can't say it because
What
it's
kind of
gonna be
thoughts were
OPSEC.
you having?
I don't know, because he won't say it.
Oh, I see. I see. Then it's probably not important.
Yeah, probably.
No, it was important because we were talking about NC staying docked.
Go figure.
Okay, yeah. IQ 300, like we're like I feel like IQ 300 as a corp, like we're gonna undock and we're gonna go do stuff, and I think it'd be hilarious if IQ 300 came and Loki brought a fleet to go and mess with Blob.
Are you IQ 300?
Yes, I'm in IQ 300.
So what's IQ 300? Tell me more. I've never heard.
A small nullsec corp that decided that we were gonna start our own alliance, and it was founded on the idea that freedom of speech needs to be protected, and so that's kind of a core tenet of our corp. It's that you can pretty much
Since
say
when did
how you
Eve get
feel.
political?
Huh?
Yeah, I was about to say the same.
Yeah, like that's a weird thing for
thing.
an Eve. That's a good thing to care about, but like in Eve?
I mean, it the whole idea is that there's like
I
it's
don't think Capsuleers care, my man.
yeah, and it's
Not
not
when they're here.
that's one of the core tenets of like how the corp runs itself, but in terms of like actual Eve, we're a PvP corp that likes to blow stuff up.
Yeah,
So
but
you
like what
can't
why is that a
take
core
it
tenet?
political,
No, but like
right?
why is it a core tenet of your corp in Eve when it's like this isn't something that's debated in Eve? Like it's let me put it this way. It's like God, I'm fucking retarded.
Whoa. Can't
What?
say that, bro.
Hey,
Can't
didn't he just
say
say that
that.
he's up?
Spicey,
He
you
didn't
literally
he
just said that like not 5 minutes ago.
and he also
What,
just
you're-
said about freedom of speech. I mean shit, I hope he stick to his guns and let me keep saying it.
Yeah, I was about to say like Spicy, literally. Also, I
Can't
can't
say
tell if you're
that, bro.
joking. I think
Can't say that.
I think
Spicy's
he's joking.
Yeah.
I think he's joking. But like that's not the point. Oh God, now I've lost the thought. I had something about like yeah, in the context of here in New Eden, we have it. Like it's already pretty solid. And how do I know this? Because Erotica 1 lasted as long as he did.
I mean, Taser 1's still here.
Yeah, there's that. No, but like after all, like the fact that people defended him, like after what he did to that man, like I'd say, yeah, okay, he had enough freedom of speech, but I would say that that was still really fucked up and warranted the punishment that he got.
Yeah. And I haven't really looked into it too much.
Oh my God, it
The
was
way it was
horrible,
explained to
dude.
me was just like, hey, listen, we just want a place where it's like you don't have to worry about people basically throwing a hate mob at you because you just disagree with someone.
I don't think they really do that though.
Yeah. I mean, not really many other places do that. We're not gonna talk about this.
Not in, I mean, just
This
no,
is
no,
a
I'm
stupid
saying
topic to speak about.
in Eve in particular, like in the context of Eve, yeah, I just don't see this to be a problem, really.
Yeah, it's just kind of a context that was like whatever.
No, I hear it. I hear it.
But anyway, right? So back to what we were saying, which is Riker's thinking about stuff that he wanted to say about NC Dot, right? And then I was bitching about Munins and the hack meta, right? So
Yeah,
I'm
what's
sure
up with NC
Wingspan.
Dot lately? Yeah, what's up?
I'm,
What you want?
I'm sure in Wingspan, right? You guys don't really partake in the null meta too much, you know.
No, not really. So
But
that's
this
why I
game
try
is
to bring.
fucking broken, and CCP needs to fucking do something about it because
Yeah,
a
I mean,
lot of people are quitting.
Yeah, the low player counts. You know, that's kind of concerning for us because it's less deliveries to be made. Honestly, you know, we need customers, and there's just business gets slower because of it, and we don't want to see that.
Hey, look,
You know,
I'll pay Wingspan to camp some nullsec pocket.
could you tell me more?
I'll pay you guys 20 ISK for every Ishtar you kill.
For every Ishtar, are they ratting in Ishtars all the time now?
Yeah, dude, Ishtars are the ratting meta.
I thought it was VNIs.
No, it's Ishtars now.
What happened to the VNI? I thought alphas could fly that, and that was the big draw.
VNIs are not hoggers. That's what it is. So it's like it's you need the bandwidth it's the bandwidth, the tank, and the ability to kite, and some leverage or some leeway for if you mess up, and the Ishtar provides all that.
Well, yeah, because the Ishtar is just a better drone boat.
Yep.
Hey, what if they just removed auto engage from drones?
They tried that
Yeah, and I heard it went badly. Maybe they should just do it anyways.
very badly.
I mean, maybe people should actually play the fucking game.
Well, so AFK ratting is like huge, right?
Yeah.
Because you set it up, and if you're willing to risk the ship in a fucking site because you're AFKing, I fully
What up,
like sure
Brayden?
go ahead.
Welcome to the show.
I mean, what if they
So
just...
honest question, how can you say metas are killing the game and suicide ganking isn't? So first off, suicide ganking is high sec PvP, right? Let's say maybe 10% of EVE and its totality lives in high sec. I'm just gonna throw that out there, right? Now,
Sure.
granted that 10% in actual characters that live in high sec, right? They have multiple alts for some of them because high sec industry is very profitable if you can run 50 accounts at once, right? If you can put 50 orcas on a belt and mine that, then that's very good, right? That's healthy for you, right? You're turning a profit. However, there's no way to combat that. So what are we supposed to do? Just let those guys do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want, just because high sec's quote unquote safe, right? So there had to be a way so that you guys could be scared still about undocking your ship, right? Because if the theory of undocking is going to
But you already barely make any money in high sec. Like, why is it so threatening to let them make money?
I mean, you make plenty of money if you can run a certain amount of alts or if you could do specific tasks.
Yeah, but then,
right?
then the scaling doesn't make sense because you can move to null and make way more money, or you can go
But
to
these
pop.
people
Right
don't
now, the
want to
money.
move to null.
All right, let them not. Like, what's the big deal?
That's what I'm saying. He's asking why is suicide? Why does he think that the metas are killing versus suicide ganking, right? And let's just divide Eve up into the percentages, right? So let's say high sec, right? Maybe 10% of the population. I'm generously giving that population 10%, right? Because the population for Eve that lives in high sec is much lower, right? And it's much more tycoon like, right? It's
Yeah,
like
it's
one
people who
person
want to play
cornerstone shit.
focus industry and shit. Yeah.
Right. Now, the people that live in low sec, right? I can name the groups that live in low sec off the top of my head. I know all 5 of them, right? And they are quite active in what they do. They are good at what they do, right? But that makes up maybe 6% to 7% of the game, right? So now we're at 17%, right? Wormholes have died out, right? I don't see too much wormhole action, so I can't quote what's going on.
I mean, we still have plenty of deliveries being made daily, so I'd say they're not dead. I think.
They're not dead, but they're not as active as they used to be.
No, but yeah, but I wouldn't say that it's smaller than low sec. Low sec is definitely the smallest group for sure.
I'd say wormholes are probably about 10% too. I mean, like
Yeah,
10% is generous.
I would wager that's pretty. No, that's not generous. I think that's pretty right on what it is.
Okay,
Null secers,
well,
null secers are the majority. Like, there's no question they're the vast majority.
Well, yeah, and then nullsec, you're just looking at like the other 79% of the game, right? So if you take, I've never seen anywhere to near 50 orcs on a belt. If you have alts in both sec space, then everyone's profiting. Right. Arden, if you're only profiting and you're never losing anything, where's the fun in that, right? What's the fun for me as a PvPer, right? I PvP. I'm an FC. I do things regularly every day, right? Wingspan is a delivery service, right? Wingspan would like to deliver their missiles to you, right? So you're telling me that my pleasure in ganking your orca in high sec or in any security status that I can possibly gank it in is taking away from your, oh, well, I'm bored, right? If you're making that much ISK, right, then you should be able to just go buy another Orca, right? Whereas I have a red timer for like 30 minutes, right? I can't do anything in high sec for like 30 minutes, right? So it's not to say that high sec ganking isn't toxic and kind of dumb, right? But what I am saying is that it doesn't constitute, right, where the meta is, right? The meta currently 15 minutes, sorry. Um Look, dude, I fly Titans, bro. I fucking 150 billion ISK ship to a 30-minute timer. That's great. Um But right, so we're comparing what's killing the game more, right? So the meta being stagnant, right? What in prior Eve, right? An old Eve, and I say this in the best of ways. An old Eve, um, it was a bunch of content driven and a bunch of different doctrines. You would see Ishtars, you would see fucking super fleets dropped, um, BLM. What's the same argument as BLM? I'm not saying that
No,
you're
now
rich.
you're losing me on that way. What's that got to
I'm
do with
so confused. Yeah, he's
BRM? You mean like bounty risk
BRM
modifier?
maybe.
No, I
Bounty
think they're
risk
talking about
modifier?
the real life like
What has that
organization.
got to do with Eve?
And that was my question.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't. I have no idea either.
The way I look at it is that, you know, like Eve is a PvP game, okay? Like suicide ganking is
Fundamental,
PvP.
yeah.
You know, it's part of the game. It's a play style, and it's not one of these things where it's super easy. You know, I've done it before, and I've had to, you know, go through stuff, and it's quite involved. Whether, you know, you gotta go, you gotta find the targets, you have to see if they're AFK, and at any point during the interaction, like you can, like it's very much avoidable. And yes, there are times where it's like, oh, you mess up or you just get killed, and yes, that happens. But you know, the amount of work, like it's not an easy thing to do. All right, you look at it, you get ganked. It's like, oh well, you know, they just spent, you know, a couple mil to buy that catalyst and warped in and shot me. Well, it's a lot more than that because you have to find the targets, you have to put the logistics, you have to run the fleet, you have to make sure because you can't tackle someone in high sec. You have to make sure that they don't leave or they don't sniff you out. So that often, and you need to warp in right on them. So that means you have to get a cloaky Sino, not a cloaky, but a cloaky ship that's right next to them, and make sure they don't, and you know, hope they don't warp out, get everyone together, or you bump them. And bumping someone is not the easiest thing. Like, and you can only do that for 3 minutes. So there's unironically a lot of work that goes into ganking. And honestly, if people are willing to put that much work into doing it, then they kind of deserve the kill, right?
So
And
so how am I dismissing your point when I'm simply telling you, right? Like, I'm not saying your point is being dismissed, right? I'm saying that the vast majority of player base, because you posed a question, right? You posed a simple question, and now you're trying to be like, oh, well, you dismissed my point, right? So if you're gonna ask a question, prepare for an actual answer, because I'm not sitting here trolling you. I'm giving you the facts based on what is happening in Eve, right? Granted, an entire list came out from Darkshines a while ago. It was not a while ago. It was like 2 days ago, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
he is a prevalent nullsec like FC, right? He's a big name in nullsec, right? I'm not, because mostly I've been out of the nullsec scene for a while, right? Um, just could have been AFK, right? I didn't find any fun in the game. So, but Jesus, these guys are pulling lots of DPS. It's very hard to hold aggro.
So, I mean, I think the problem is just a lot of the ways that these recent changes have been. I mean, the most important thing is getting more players, right? That just brings more content for everyone. But then, moving on to that, so high sec and gankers, I don't understand why this is kind of something being debated now. Like it hasn't been questioned for a long time, and I think with good reason. I mean, suicide ganking is fine. I do think that there isn't really enough counterplay for them. You know, because you know when you do get surprise ganked, you get surprise ganked. Like, what are you gonna do, right? But And like you can tank it out and all that stuff, but a lot of times the problem is you can scan people's fits, right? You could scan their ships, you could scan their fits, and or if you use the same fit, they just go and see kill simulate it, and it's like they just do the math really. And while they should, I guess, be rewarded for putting in all the effort for their playstyle, doesn't quite offer enough counterplay for the miners to react or anything. But more importantly, I think they should just change the way they handle high sec and like low sec, and I almost think there should be another sec, you know?
I don't think so. I think they should just literally change Concord's response, right? If you decrease the amount of time, like if it's really that big of a deal, right? Nobody complains about it because like, okay, first off, if you leave Eve because of high sec ganking, go to nullsec. It's quieter in nullsec.
Or just don't play Eve, 'cause I don't think they've got the guts for Eve, not gonna lie.
Like there used to be a meme a long time ago that it's my favorite, right? Is the learning curve of old Eve was like
A cliff.
so stupid high, and I have it laying around somewhere. Someone posted it a while ago and was like, "Look at these
Yeah,
classics."
versus like new Eve.
Yeah, new Eve is so catered. It's like WoW going from I'm lost aggro.
So
Lol.
when it
Echo
comes
Mao.
when it comes to the sake of the game, I wanted to go on Arden's point that there are a lot of like different ways that CCP could go about, saving the game. And it's we don't want them to try to do everything because, trying to do everything at once and trying to take the game in many different directions is very difficult to do. And, even, I mean, with Overwatch 2, Blizzard wanted to do all these different things with it, and it just didn't work out. It was too big. CCP, or EVE Online at its core, is a PvP game. And so,
Right.
by saying, okay,
I would disagree.
As an MMO, it's kind of hard to make a PvP MMO unless it's like PlanetSide. There's always going to be both in Eve. That's like kind of the point. You need PvE as well. To be fair, their PvE has been very neglected for too long. Like, these missions are like 13, 19,
But
20 years old. And that's
yeah,
like kind of a problem on its own because,
I
it's
also
getting
disagree on that
stale. They
fact.
need to make new missions. They need to be changing things up. They have to be constantly putting players, putting them on their toes. And they haven't been doing that for a very long time. And that's why it's created this very bottable, very, AFKable meta where it should be more interesting to fight these vessels. There should be some procedural generation almost. Like that would be something very interesting.
yeah. And one of the things
Now,
too,
if
especially,
CCP could afford that, that'd be poggers, but
They
they can't.
can. They absolutely can do this. Like
Dude, they pay like 90% of their money to Pearl Abyss.
I don't know, man. They make a hell of a ton of money from skins alone. I've been hearing all the time. It's like, oh, the skins are actually covering the entire fucking game. And I'm wondering, all right, what are they doing with this money?
I do want to say too that if we're talking about, the player count dropping due to ganking, there was actually a post. I'll have to find the post some other time. Uh, Basically, breaking down the numbers of ganking and looked at who got ganked, and oftentimes it wasn't, these quote unquote new players that were getting ganked. It was players that had been in the game for a
Yeah,
very long time.
orcas are not new.
Yeah, and it still is just a drop in the bucket compared to, a lot of the old people that have left Eve.
No, but also like, okay, you want to keep the people who don't want to get ganked happy. I mean, here's the thing. All right, here's the idea. Like, I honestly think there should have been another level of security. Like, there should be 4 stages, right? You got your high, your mid, your low, and your null sec. And you're probably wondering, all right, what the fuck is mid sec? Mid sec is basically what high sec is now,
Yeah.
right? And then high sec should just be weapons locked. And then they should take a lot, like very few systems should be in high sec, but there should be a small band of high sec around like each empire.
I don't think that would be healthy for the game.
But
I
also
think it would be
too,
fine,
Unless
just
you
a few
could do
systems.
unless you could do absolutely nothing but just sit there in those systems.
yeah, like
Well, yeah. So here's the thing: you would have like very, very, very low income mining or ratting stuff to teach new players, really.
yeah, that's
Or for those people who really, really just want to sit there and make that
So
menial amount of money, that's great and all. But the most important thing is then this should come in tandem with some other changes to how money is made and eat, right? You shouldn't
so
be
I'm
able to
gonna
just
bring up
infinitely make no money with loss. That's right. So here's what I'm suggesting. I mean, the scarcity, the way they did it, is retarded,
it's horrid,
right?
yeah.
It's made everything expensive, and it's just It's completely not the way that most people have been saying it for so long. Like we've all been saying, make it so that regions or certain sectors of the game can be slowly depleted, so that forces them to move instead of just cutting like mining output. But like that, like what the fuck? That's retarded. You should make them want to move, to mine, to fight for that territory where there is resources. Or it also helps put a damper on capital production when they overproduce, because now they're suddenly out of ore. Ore isn't spawning anymore. You crack the moons, but the moons are drying up of ore, and the ore has to come back when the rest of Eve, centralizes. Like, for example, nobody lives in low sec, right? So now you've got high sec miners are going to mine the fuck out of high sec. Null sec miners are going to mine the fuck out of null sec. Or if it was like high sec, mid sec, high sec would basically run out super fast. It would have a very, very small pool of mining because, you just have like a few fucking ventures who are doing it, like in the Nubro systems, plus like a small belt like around each empire. Just a small, very small belt of like maybe a handful of systems, maybe 20 systems tops. That's high sec. That's where you can put shit away and know, rest assured, it is safe, and where you can sit in space and nothing will happen to you. But outside of that is pretty much mid sec, right? Jita would obviously stay like mid sec. I mean, people want Jita ganking, then fine, Jita will stay mid sec. But if people really want like a safe trade hub, then they can move to high sec. That's fine. Point is, like when you add the element of like depleting resources, now you can't just infinitely mine out high sec where it's totally safe. You first barely make any money at all, and then you run out, and it's like, okay, well now you got no money. So you move down to mid sec. All right, now you got to deal with gankers. You got to deal with this and that, yada yada yada. But the gankers, right? Eventually that's going to run out of their ore too if you just keep mining the hell out of that. And it doesn't like get evenly mined elsewhere. Like if nullsec empties out their ore reserve as well as high and midsec, now all the ore is in lowsec. What do you do? Oh, okay, the miners want to move to lowsec, but now everyone wants a piece of lowsec because they need the resources to keep their industrial machine fueled. That now makes them want to move there. It makes them want to fight for that region. And then after some time, maybe like a month or so, then it will slowly regenerate in nullsec. And now the nullsecers can go back, mine it out again, run out of ore in one region. Then they got to move to the neighboring region, fight them over their ore, do some whaling to try and like
That
damper
is
their industrial output.
gonna
Right?
kill the game just as fast.
I mean, look how scarcity worked out now. If you just reverted those changes and instead made it so that there is depletion of, I always figured depletion of regions made the most sense.
There needs to be prosperity again, like flat out. There needs to be another cycle of prosperity. Prices need to come down. Inflation needs to not happen anymore. And all of this shit needs to just get reverted back
But the
to its
problem is
original price.
people will never like that there's going to be like this cyclical high and low period of EVE. I feel like that's not going to sit well with people. You have to make it so the game can naturally do this without having the devs intervene like every 6 months or every
Right,
a
and
year.
the issue is, right, is the devs have to intervene, right? Because and
Well,
this
now
is
they do because they back themselves in this corner. I'm suggesting an idea where they wouldn't have to do this, where just the design of the game would basically do this by itself. Okay, people overmine, now there's going to be less output, and then it's going to recess, and then mining comes back, and then now there's a prosperity again, right? It's like a back and forth.
I mean, that's kind of what they do
again,
with
and we're
Valheim.
speaking in just one facet of the game, right? And this is
That's hugely influential to everything else coming downstream because that's how everything gets made.
you're not. I mean, yeah, but the point is, right, is that it's the PvP that drives the indie, right? Because you can make 1,000,000 ships, could make
No, but that's
15
the thing.
million
The
ships, all
PvP
you
will
want.
fall. PvP will not only
No, it won't.
need. PvP will not only breed the need for indie, but indie will also breed the need for PvP.
You need to have
Like
the
they
PvP
work
to
hand in
have the
hand.
indie.
Yeah, the
Flat
indie
out.
will. Yeah, the PvP will come back. Like they'll want to fight. If nothing else, even on the slow
You're
downturns,
talking to the guy that literally fights all the time. Like, all I want to do is log in and kill your ship.
we do that every day too. You know.
No, I know,
And
and
we
I'm
get
saying
yeah, but,
on the industrial scale, like, yes, I understand that you guys make deliveries every day, all day, every day, right? That's what you guys do. That's what you guys are known for, right?
yeah.
What I'm saying is that I'm whelping 300, 400 munins in single battles, right? But the issue is, and this is what I'm getting at, is that the meta will slowly kill the game because one, the meta of fucking hacks, right? Let's just start in that. The meta of hacks, right, is so disgustingly horrible, right? We traded the other day, what was it? 150 Munins, right? Think about that number, 150 Munins. It's a full fleet of Munins almost, right?
Mhm.
For 46 Paladins, right?
Wow.
Who won that?
The
You know what's
Munins?
crazy? The Munins won that fight, right?
Yeah.
Because you can just reship because they're made in such grand numbers that it doesn't matter, right? The paladins, right? And paladins are a huge platform for damage. You're outputting triple to quadruple the damage output of a Munin. Like a significant difference in ship HP
Well, that's
and
why I
ship
almost
damage.
I almost think maybe even do things like make manufacturing times follow ship quantity. Like
And they
if
do. They
if
do.
they're
If I want to build 150 paladins, right? It'll take 10 times longer
no,
to
but
build that.
I'm saying because there's X amount of Munins out there in the game that are like in space or like that are being built and then undocked. And, like they have a lot of statistics. I'm sure they have so much data available, and also it's a computer. You can always just tell it to get infinitely more data at request. It will take some programming, don't get me wrong, but basically you see, okay, there's like this many hacks being flown around all the time. Suddenly now it's taking more and more time, or potentially even more and more resources to build these ships. And then like basically it kind of puts a damper on overproducing a certain type of ship. So now all of a sudden you have a limited supply.
Okay, so
I heard that suggestion for
Arden,
capitals, and I wouldn't mind seeing that also put in for like stuff like
capital
hacks and stuff like.
proliferation will never
Yeah.
go away. The issue is, right, and this is the
Well,
prime issue
now it
of
went
EVE.
away, but that's because they just made it so expensive.
No, it's still there. Okay, so if you go look in the stockpiles of all these major groups, right? If I were to pull up the stockpile of fucking Horde and the stockpile of NC and the
Yeah.
stockpile of Goons, all their
Yeah, they've got a
stockpiles,
lot of capitals, I'm sure, but then they're not fielding them. That's the thing. They're not fielding them. That's the important thing.
right? So they're not gonna undock them because of the price difference, right? You to actually get rid of capital proliferation, you have to drive the undocking content of that.
Right. So that's why I'm suggesting that we make it so that we want to give them reason to fight, reason to drop caps, reason to make big battles. The problem
And
is
that
big battles though are not also a good thing either because fucking tie-dye, they're boring, nobody wants to do it. Like nobody fucking wants to do this shit, dude.
I'll tell you right now, I live for the big battles, right? Not okay, and I say that
To what size? To what size?
like the other day when there was like 700 people in local, that was a good number. There
Yeah,
was maybe
that's good, but then these people like they want obviously the news wants to see like marketing wants to see all these 6,000, 7,000 players, and that's just not fun at all because it gives them the 10% tie dye. You know? You still there?
no, I'm here. Sorry, I'm also tanking a dungeon because nobody plays Eve anymore.
I mean, I'm playing Eve right
We're,
now.
I'm in Eve right now, dude. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, nobody plays Eve. You guys aren't actually playing Eve. You're just not playing Eve.
No, we're playing Eve. I'm
No,
in
no, no,
Manticore.
no, 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 no. Nobody plays Eve.
We deliver.
Also,
But
can I?
so anyway, right? And this is the conversation that I've had with a lot of people, right? Um, this is how I feel the game should be changed, right? And this is my opinion, and hopefully one day somebody listens, right? But the issue we run into, right, is
Hmm.
we have factions that own way too much space and way too much influence, right? There's way too much influence to go around Eve right now, right? So to fix that, right, you need to kind of restrict on the sandbox, right? So everybody knows that there's medium structures, large structures,
Yeah.
and then like ansiplexes and shit like that, right?
Oh yeah,
So
Ansiblexes shouldn't have been a thing.
I think they should have, right? And this is why. But I
Yes
think they
and
should be
no.
implemented differently, right? This is how they should have been implemented with the blue timer, right? You should not be able to move
Like
your
jump fatigue.
entire.
Yeah, that
Yes.
would make sense.
That would change it drastically to the point where you're good. You don't need it anymore, right? You just
Also
move
just
Titans.
the cost of making it. Like it should be more in line with the cost of the only other way that you move people is with a Titan. It should just be close to that price. And that seems unreasonably expensive, but remember, this is a fucking Stargate. It's supposed to be exceedingly expensive.
Right. And so what I'm saying is they should wait, what? I'm mining in high sec, but apparently that doesn't count. I know, I see that.
Well,
Super funny.
how many ends with Lexus, man? It's kind of wild, honestly.
So and they should have had blue timers, right? Blue timers up to a limit, right? The limit should be the 5-hour timer, right? And Capitals should have a longer blue timer, but a
Yep.
shorter red timer,
Well,
right?
Capitals just shouldn't. I mean, should they even be able to take gates? Like, aren't gates too
Yeah.
small?
No,
for
no,
them?
they used to not be able to take gates, right? But I'm happy that they can take gates, right? I think Capitals taking gates with the effects of Sinojams and system and the ability to Sinojam anything is pretty good, right?
That's true. Yeah, that's
Because
true.
it calls for more escalations, right? And that's huge, right? And the thing that is actively like the problem in the game, right? The actual problems of the game are one, structures are shit. Structures have not been worked on since they were released almost at all, right? The only changes to structures were, oh, here, fucking have no reinforcement damage limit on the initial reinforcement for
Right.
these
Yeah.
structures alone, right? So you can start purging
Mhm.
them, right? That's cool. Whatever. I don't care. I can ref an Athenor with a super in fucking 5 minutes now, right? Easy day,
Okay.
right? Super poggers, right? Super fucking dope, right?
Is it
But
though?
how many timers am I following up on that Athenor? You know, like why go
Well,
kill that Athenor?
the timers thing is just really,
Well, no, like
really dumb.
why go kill that Athenor, right? What do I get about for killing that Athenor? Tell
You
me
get the
what I get.
loot inside of it, I suppose, but
No, not even unless it goes abandoned. So what do I get?
yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, that's true because you guys aren't wormholders, right? I keep forgetting. Yeah. Okay. Asset
No,
safety and nullsec. Why is
even
that a
in a
thing?
wormhole, you get the loot inside of it, but I mean, rarely there's. I mean, sometimes there's a lot of stuff
No, no,
kept
no.
in it.
You get the loot in it. Like if it's been forgotten and they don't come back for it. I mean, shit, you get that entire corpse, like everything they've built up over the years that they've forgotten about, which can be a lot of stuff. Like you can walk away with
Sometimes
billions and billions and billions of ISK, and it's pretty good.
I won't deny that. I won't deny that. I've had some good
The
fucking
problem
loot
is
pinatas.
that setting up that whole bash. You gotta if you bring more people, it divides the loot, and division is just going to
Mm-hmm.
exponentially reduce how much each person gets. You can do solo eviction, but then the problem like fucking Omega Gold, but then you gotta spend like Omega Gold, where you probably spent fucking $250 a month on Eve, which is like I don't even where the fuck did he get this money to play this much Eve, honestly. Well, I mean, he was probably plexing his accounts after stealing fucking excavator drones back when you could still do that, and
Mm-hmm.
but even then, he needed a multi-box, like 12 accounts. It really, there's like to make big scales of money, you really do need a multi-box, a pretty stupid amount. But yeah,
So and this is where this is where I bring it up, right? Is like what other than that, like there's no benefit to killing that structure, right? Like in wormholes, yes, it's different. If I was in a wormhole, I would kill the structure, I'd be happy, right?
yeah, you get
But
some loot. But you, so
we're
you're
in
saying in
nullsec.
nullsec when you destroy a structure, you get nothing?
So were you playing back in 2012?
No, of course not.
Okay. So back in 2012 Eve, hardest fucking Eve ever. I loved it. It was the best fucking Eve. There was like 60K people active. It was totally fucking poggers, dude. Like I would be able to fucking do whatever the fuck, whenever the fuck, didn't give a fuck, right? There was people to fight everywhere, right?
Yeah, I hear, I hear.
So the thing about it, right, is that 2012 Eve had roaming mercenary alliances. The bitter vet complex is real. No, this is just facts. I'm sorry that you're a high set guy,
Oh
but this
boy,
is
here we
just
go.
facts,
Here we go.
right? Back in 2012 Eve, the game was fucking poggers, right?
I believe you.
That being said, right, whenever I Sorry, I had to
Hello?
think about my comment. Whenever
Thank you for
I
doing
was
that.
leading fleets back then, right? I was a brand new
Mhm.
Spicey. I was a small little new fledgling to Eve back in like 2010, right? I started FCing about 2012 when I kind of thought that I knew something about the game. Didn't really know anything about the game. We're not going to talk about that though. Um, I attempted my first time FCing, right? And the best way to drive content anywhere, anywhere in Eve, was go touch somebody's moon. You went, touched somebody's moon, took 20 minutes to ref. If you could drop enough dreads, it took like 5 minutes to ref, right? There was no damage cap. You could in and out one cycle it with 20 dreads.
Damage cap
Didn't
should not be a
matter.
thing. Just
I
shouldn't.
agree. I agree.
That's
But
retarded.
structures need to change. Like entirely, right? Like structures need to change entirely, right? And tosses were by far the best gameplay ever. Ever. Dude, pauses were
Why?
fucking poggers, right? They would auto shoot back. They would auto give you an enemy, right? If you had enough large artillery batteries, you couldn't drop dreads on it. You had enough warp scrambling and web batteries with large and medium guns on that bitch, right? Your cruiser fleet is going to
Yeah, but also none of yeah, but also we have to forget none of us, not all of us are doing caps and everything. Like we just want to
even
poke
with
structures.
cruisers though, right?
We'd
Like
rather poke structures and only get fought if someone is in it, you know?
right. But I'm saying in a nullsec landscape, right? Because I speak from that landscape, right? So I'm not coming from a wormhole or a low sec landscape, right? Granted, low sec also participated a lot in this, right? It's just how it is, right? But I speak from the nullsec landscape, right? The nullsec landscape back then was really, really good and pretty healthy, right? There was a large mixtures of alliances, right? Granted, there a lot of them were clumped together, but there was content anywhere you go.
Yeah.
So that's just facts, right? And wormholers could come out, they could do their thing, right? And then fucking low secers like Black Legion, they would go siege, I don't know, like a region worth of posses on R64s. You take all the R64s, and the benefit about taking those fucking moons was instant income. Instant income, dude. Instant, like the next day you log in, you had an R64 with a moon miner on it. You had money sitting in that cargo of the moon miner. There was money in it, right? There was ISK in it, right? If I go take an Athenor right now, I have to wait 45 fucking days or longer to be able to benefit from that structure, which means I have to fuel it for a month. I have to fuel it for 2 months, actually, right? And then I have to have a mining fleet go out and mine it, which is fucking stupid, right? There's no
Hold on.
instant
Did you have to? How did you get instant money back then?
because it mined the moon. There was
Oh,
it was
you
a moon
didn't
miner.
get. Oh no, but no. Yeah, but you should just let stations be able to mine. Like you should have mining fleets, but you shouldn't have
No,
to wait
it
45
was a
days.
POS, right? The POS was set up on the moon, right? And it mined the moon ore, right? So you
Oh,
had to
what?
do the due
Wait,
diligence of putting the
Posses could
POS up.
mine?
Yes.
No, but I don't think Posses should come back in any way. Like I think Citadels as a concept are better that you could dock in them and everything, but they should just be reworked in the mechanics of how you fight them, how they engage ships,
I don't
how easy it
disagree
is
that
to drop
Citadels
them and
are good
everything,
for the
how easy it
game.
is to just deploy them and everything. Because
I
prefer
don't
to dock.
disagree.
I just prefer to dock up shit. But like,
Right?
yeah.
So I agree, right? I agree. But POSes as a moon mining thing for passive income, right? And the biggest comment that I have is passive income, right? Because passive income not only affected the big groups, but the little groups too. So it gave you a way to survive as a small group, right? If you are a small alliance of maybe 70 to 80 PvPers, you don't have an industry backbone, you don't have an income backbone, you don't have all of these things
Some kind of
so that you
passive
can
income there.
survive, right? You have the passive moon income so that you can still SRP your guys' stuff, right? If you can take that POS, even if it's an R32 or an R16, right? If you can take that POS, You now have passive income, so
So
you
wait,
can
what's this
test repeat
48-day thing? How come you have to wait 40 days?
because the poll, right? So you can do like a 16-day poll or 12-day poll, right? But you get
Oh, to pull the moon rock.
the
Okay.
most amount of income that you're gonna get from some of these moons, like double R64s, specific R64s that are needed for certain things, right? Your percentages is based on the poll length, not your percentages. Sorry, your percentage is based on the moon ore, right? If you need like let's say chromium and the moon on um, um, fucking brain doesn't want to work right now.
A fair point that you could. And actually, no. I've never actually yet heard a good argument for like passive income, but now I'm kind of actually seeing it.
But and
Because it gives group of any size the ability to just
yeah,
make money and field more PvPers and less industrialists, which is kind of the point. There's never going to be as many industrialists because it's a very, parallelized activity, whereas PvP just isn't.
the industrialists will always gravitate towards safety, right? The
Yeah.
industrialists will always gravitate towards safety. If you can provide safety, right? The amount of ore is based on pull time. Yes, that's what I was going to say. My brain had to get there for a second. I'm thinking at 100 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm. Now go on.
So the industrialist will always gravitate towards safety, right? Because one, the industrialist doesn't want to lose an orca. The industrialist doesn't want to lose their miners. They don't want to lose the ore. They don't want to lose the hard work that they put into that. They don't want to
Right.
lose the income that they could have from that, right? So
Okay.
that's huge for them, right? Any sort of safety, right? I'm coming from, and this is my past, right? I used to run 37 Rorquals back when prosperity was a thing, right? And guess who I went to? I didn't go to some small alliance during prosperity. I didn't go to some random freaking group, right? I guarantee you, anybody in this channel can guess which of the two factions
Goons.
was what I went to, right? There was only two places to go to if you're running Rorquals at that scale, right?
Fucking goons or pan fam. That's the pan
Exactly, right?
Exactly.
Because they always gravitate towards safety, right? I can have 100 supers dropped on me, or I can have 100 supers dropped to save me, right? That's the
Right.
thought process of an industrialist, right? A
Mm-hmm.
PvPer, hands down, dude. I would back in the day before prosperity, I would put a Rorqual in a belt just to bait. Why not? I'd be like, yo, come drop me. Because my PvP side came out, right? That's me wanting to literally murder all your dreads. Right? I want to blow up all your dreads. I want to make sure that you can't undock them again, right? And I want to make you work to undock them again, right? So that's the PvP side of it. Right? So the industrialist, when I went into indie mode and I made my fortune of like 3.7 to 3.8 trillion ISK, right?
Jesus Christ, man. Buy an
When
AT ship. What are you doing?
I have three.
You have
I also
three?
have three of every faction Fortizar.
I don't care about the faction Fortizars. Which ships do you have?
I'll send you some screenshots later.
I mean that's
But
pretty.
Dude, send me
That's
that
a
right
hella
now.
flex.
What's your cheapest one?
my cheapest one, probably the most recent one.
Going for really? Going for how much?
I mean, dude, they're not expensive.
They are for
forgot.
a guy like me who never does any industry. Like I
Just like
played at a
it's
small scale my whole life. Like I
I
I just PvP, man. But I would kill. Like I would do anything for the opportunity to fly an AT ship, not to get one to sell it. Like a
you
lot
know
of
what, dude? Hit
what?
me up before I quit this game. In the next 9 months, I will
Is it Cloaky?
deposit. I will
Is it
deposit one
Cloaky?
into your hangar.
Wait, can I?
I didn't think this would actually happen in my life, dude. Because here's the thing. I know it's going to be hard to convince anyone to do it because obviously the people are quitting. They want to do something better with the money and stuff like that, or they think that they're going to sell it. If I got a ship, I would fly it.
No,
I would not sell it. I would
the
actually
only
bring it
the
out gloriously because it deserves to be flown and it deserves
100%.
to fight.
I will
Because
get you. I will
there
get
is
you a
something special about that
Covops.
ship.
I will give you. I will buy you a Covops ship,
Oh my god, there's
a
no way.
Covops AT ship, and
Wait,
I will.
Oh
I
Spicy,
my
will
can
god.
find one that you can fly,
Spicy, can I have a
and you will enjoy.
AT ship when you leave?
Is it the Yo, can I DM on Discord real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
I'll ask you which one it is.
No,
'Cause
I'll
if
just
you
buy
have
you a new
this,
one. I'll just buy you a new one. I don't care.
yeah.
I'll
Well, I
go
mean,
find one.
well, you said you have 3. Are they
I don't.
not
I don't
working?
have any Covops ones. And I know
Oh,
you're a
really? You only
Covops
have the
hunter.
older ones? Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I kind of. Well, okay. To be fair, as much as I love the look of the, I'd wished so much that we would get a Covops Garmer, and we fucking didn't. We got an EAC.
Yeah,
Or
but
EAS.
like,
I was so
dude,
sad.
the
But
Raiju is pretty fucking strong.
I would
though. Like,
love to fly the Raiju, but the problem is it doesn't have the Covert Ops close. If
the
if it was
issue
Covert
is
Ops instead of electronic attack, I would murder in cold blood for that ship. It is
100%.
so beautiful. It is so visually gorgeous and so fun as a concept.
Like
Takes
the
real
the
skill.
Laylapse, the Laylapse is pretty fun, but it's dog shit. They need to buff it before anybody is ever gonna undock it again. But it's like, I mean, AT ships they're hunted by one
No,
specific
I know.
person.
I would have to look. Yeah, I would have to be on the lookout for Mr. Von Hole. Now, to be fair, he can't drop a cap on me in wormhole space, but
Yeah, but he can
do worse.
He's
can
closed
do
the
a
wormhole.
whole-
He closed the wormhole on the Laylapse guy. He knew the exact mass of that wormhole. That was crazy. That
Wait,
was the
on the
craziest
Laylapse guy?
AT ship loss ever.
Wait,
I-
were you there?
No, dude, I
How do
wasn't.
you
But
know the details?
I saw it. I saw it.
Was this recorded or what?
No, but I know a couple of the guys that did the gank.
Okay. Yeah, that's the problem.
It was recorded. There's actually a video of it too.
There's a very specific someone who's out there, Frederick Von Hole, right? He's gonna make sure that everyone dies that undocks. And to be fair, I would have to move well away from Jita.
Frederick's pretty poggers though. When
I
he's
would
hunting,
not.
dude. He's
I could
dedicated
not.
to it.
I could not bring that back to Jita. Yeah, and if it ever got reported where I was, like, I wouldn't be able to bring that back to K-Space. At least not consistently. Like, I would have to constantly go into dead systems, constantly be like watching my ass. I would pretty much kind of have to be married to that ship until it died, which I wouldn't mind per se. But I also do like to fly like more varied support and stuff.
You'd have to find
Ooh,
a deep
wait a
spot
minute.
to just drop it.
What if I got one of those fucking either the what was it? What were those 2 Logi ships? The Atana and the Rabis. That would be wild. Can you imagine Covert Ops Logi in a fucking Wingspan op?
That'd be pretty poggers.
Oh my god.
Soon, dude. Soon.
No, but no. I would want to be able to kill things. I kind of want to put kill marks on it. Like, I want to see
dude,
how
get as
many I
many
can
kill
rack
marks on it
before
as
it
you
dies.
can.
I really
When
want to.
I have a set date for quitting the game, so I mean, it
You have
is
a
what it
set
is.
date. How soon is this?
Yeah, within 7-8 months.
No, it'll be a while, but I mean, shit, it's an AT ship, man. It's more than I ever dreamed of.
Spicy, can
I have a couple trillion S to get rid of while I'm in
Jesus,
Blob.
man. Just, oh, dude, if you actually do this, oh my god, I'm getting kind of emotional, man. What the fuck?
Spicy,
Dude, it's
can
just
can I use
I
your ship?
play for other people's pleasure, right? And I say that in not weird ways, but like as long as other people are having fun, I'm good, right?
All right. Well, then, okay, good. Then here, let me ask you. What? Fuck it. Let's talk about ships. Let's talk about something that isn't like Eve politics or like how good the game is. Let's talk about ships, like AT ships. I actually found them kind of interesting. What do you think of the Trig ones?
Just trig AT ships.
Yeah, you know the Hydra and you don't know about those? The Hydra and the TM?
Oh yeah.
The Cloaky ones. Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
think they're any good or?
I've never tested any of the AT ships on a combat scale. I know that right now the Raiju is the most popular though.
Well, yeah, the Raiju is very liked because obviously the Garmer is already very strong, so now it's just an even stronger one with the ability to fucking damp. It's a Garmer with the fucking carries. It's absolutely busted. Carries is already strong enough.
How do you guys feel about the Guardian Vexor?
Ooh, you know what? I wish more ships kind of played to that type of like bonus.
There's no
That should be
there's
a
like
bonus
3
in
left in
Blob.
the game.
Yeah, that's the thing. No, that shouldn't be like a unique thing. Like more than 5 drones should be something that some ships can do. Like that would be kind of interesting.
Carriers used to be able to do it, but
Yeah, carriers used to be
carriers
super poggers.
now they use fighters, right?
Yeah.
The fighters are a whole different mechanic, and I think that makes more sense because like the lightest fighter should obviously be heavier than the heaviest drone, and they should do work differently. I'm getting
I
invited.
think the old day carrier fighters were totally poggers, and you could drop 10 of them, and they all did mad DPS, and this shit was dope.
Well, I like
That's
the
all I'm gonna
current.
say.
I like the current fighters because like I don't know. I feel like I'm playing more of a game with them. Like it's a little like I'm actually doing something. Whereas the old carrier fighters, it's like, yeah, more AFK.
I don't like faxes. I like triage carriers. So that's just me. That's the bitter vet talking. If you guys ever want to hear some sort of bitter vet comment, that's a bitter vet talking.
Oh, we
Yeah,
got a
that's
lot.
some
We got a
bitter-
ton of bitter
There's
vet
some
comments.
good old bitter bet stuff going. That's what it is.
I mean, I don't know, Spicy, if you read the announcement thread, but there was it was pretty spicy. The announcement
What
thread for the
announcement thread?
show on that I did on Reddit
Oh,
when I basically said, "Hey, this show's coming." Yeah, there was like a copy pasta that 4 different people were linking. Like, oh, okay. So it was definitely interesting.
Yeah.
well, all I'm gonna say is that I think passive income is definitely a benefit. I think AT chips are pretty poggers. Some of them. It depends on which one you like flying, right? That's the biggest thing. Because
Yeah.
if you don't enjoy flying, then
Well, it's like collector cards. I kind of find it a shame that they stay hidden for so long. I do find it is a little frustrating that someone is so hell bent on killing them. It does
Riker, you
make
can
them
only
interesting.
activate one at a time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
it's
that.
like you really, yeah, like make to be fair, there is that one Kurama that still exists with like 400 kill marks. That is impressive, but getting that is just insanely difficult.
I might
Like,
sell
I
the
guess
imp one day.
you got an imp.
Oh, of course, imp's the coolest ship in the game.
I was never a fan of the succubus or its derivatives.
The imp is the phantasm one.
Oh, no, that was the fiend. You mean?
Oh yeah, the fiend. Sorry, yeah.
Did they change gas
Yeah.
cloud harvesting? Because I thought I could have 2 modules. Okay.
Not on level
Mm,
1. Did you read the
eh.
tooltip?
Wait, what do you
I
mean?
I mean, the last time I tried gas cloud harvesting, I was able to do it, but I guess, stuff changes.
Wait, what do you mean? Allows the use of one. Oh,
1 scoop per level.
oh, I never knew that. I thought it just improves how much you use.
I did too.
Wait, why do I have level 5?
Cause you're a miner.
I mean,
No, I'm literally the opposite. Did I need that for? No, I mean I used to mine. Like I used to take a prospect into wormholes and stuff. Way before I joined, I started making deliveries.
I'm looking at the amount of ISK I'm making, and it's not bad. Like
Yeah,
I've been doing it for just a little bit, and I've already made like 1 million ISK.
yeah. I'm just sort of chilling, checking out the system, but OPSEC, I can't be saying too much. But
We
it's
saw you guys around R10.
I was about to say I'm not even in R10. Let's say
well,
I'm literally streaming myself in low
I
sec.
think earlier on a stream I saw you were in R10, but like no, we're in some fucking random wormhole somewhere.
I did.
Just wormhole business. That's how it is.
I will say I noticed that once I got to low sec, and just chilled there for a little bit. Next thing I know, someone from Wingspan pops into the system and warps
Yes,
to the
sir.
gate, and I'm just like,
We've got to deliver, my friend.
I mean, I don't. I personally don't need torpedoes right now, but I probably will in the future.
Oh, we'll bring him. Don't worry about it. We'll have him ready. I trust me.
And can you deliver them directly to my cargo hold?
Of course, of course. Very quickly into your cargo hold. We don't skimp on speed either. It's a very important detail.
See, and that's what I like. Like, Amazon Prime, yeah, they're fast, but like, I need something faster. As long as you guys can deliver, well, you know what?
No, of course, we're everywhere. That's the whole deal. Yeah, we had a pretty interesting interaction the other day, where I was an enforcer. I had a lot of fun trying to make this ship. I bet you they're watching the stream right now and they're like thinking, "Oh, he's talking about this again." But like, it's we had this thing. I think it was like 2 Lokis, and I was trying to hold them down with a force for like 20 minutes. I did die, but sorry, I got the goods returned, but we managed to turn it into an exchange. We have a very generous exchange policy, by the way. I'm sure as you all are aware.
Could you elaborate on this return policy?
Oh yeah, our return policy. I mean, look, if you find us, you can return by all means. We're out there, but we will try to deliver first, of course. That's our whole specialty. We want to deliver. We want to deliver as much as we can, but we have a very generous return policy. We pride ourselves on that. You know, it is like Amazon, actually, kind of like that. You know.
What about the order cancellation policy? I've seen a couple of I guess feature length films talking about the very generous cancellation policy.
I believe you would have to take that up with the CEO.
Mm.
That's just not where I stand. But I do know that I like to deliver.
Well,
To deliver in more interesting vessels, that I would just love to do that. Now, and I try to push, I try to have some fun with some stuff that isn't used a lot, like the Enforcer, for example. It's not good. It got buffed. Remember, like a while back. It used to be worse. That's what gets me. Remember when it was like really bad? And now it's like kind of okay, but it is a bit like a gimped Arazu in a sense, but it also gets a web bonus, but the web bonus doesn't really line it up with the point, which isn't really good. But also, there just isn't a lot of fitting room for what it needs. It's kind of half good at fitting anything, and then falls flat at excelling at something. I suppose it's Concord's whole prerogative, but I just bought it because I like the skin. Let's face it.
Yeah, I had a what was it? I had a Marshall, and I had fit it out for.
Oh, I want a Marshall. I want a Marshall so bad, man.
it was so good, and I enjoyed it. But I had fit it out for to be able to I don't want to say deliver torpedoes because I wasn't really delivering torpedoes.
Hey, I mean, I mean, look, man, we're hiring.
I already committed to Loki. I'm sorry.
My friend.
All right, team. I gotta go do some stuff.
All right. Have a good one. Thanks for coming on, Spicy.
Spicy, I appreciate you coming on. Really, it's been a very engaging.
Hold on. Let me address this in the comments. This Arden guy feels like he wants to talk smack about everybody.
What's he saying?
He said the Wingspan RP shit is cringe as fuck, to be honest. Some of us actually deliver things and don't just try to joke about PvP.
Now, to our very loyal customers out there, I want you to know that your voices are heard. Your grievances are heard. You can come. There is a complaint form online. You can really fill one out for us. We will read it over. I'll bring this up to upper management. I'll let them know because we care. We care about you guys, and we're here to deliver. We're here to make you supply. We're here to make sure that you're supplied, and most importantly, that you're happy, that you're content. My friend, if you're not content, what's the point?
He said, never touched me. Well, it seems that we've touched you in other ways.
What is he saying? He's never received a delivery?
I don't know. He's never received a delivery.
That's a shame. I suppose we gotta. Yeah, we'll be on the lookout by all means. Hey, you can fill out an order form. You can help us expedite. I
fill out an order form all the time, but Wingspan can't hit me when I'm docked up. Okay. And when there's a 50-man mutant fleet around me, it's kind of hard for them to kill me too. So I mean, I guess one day I'll get it.
It is a bit difficult to do deliveries en masse, but we do our best. I mean, we've made a couple capital strategic deliveries out there in the past. We made a couple of other interesting
Can't wait
moments.
I'll jump my Hodge Red into an extra large wormhole, and we'll figure it out. All right.
Oh, by all means, you submit a good order form for us, and we'll be right on it.
I got my order form pulled up. I'm submitting in a couple minutes.
Okay, can you guys finish up this bit because I've only can.
Hey, you can fill out an order form. You can help us expedite.
You think this is a bit? No. I'm sending the order form in. This isn't a bit.
Okay,
this is
but
for real.
I can only clip something that's so long. All right, Twitch does not like super long clips. All right, you know what? Hopefully.
Yeah, was it like up to a minute or something?
Yeah, I think it's like a minute.
Yeah, I gotta refine like the speech a bit. Gotta get that customer service 6 going.
I feel that.
Anyway, I'm going to head out. I will be on the show next week most likely because
I mean, yeah, hit me up about that ship thing. I'm. Oh my god.
We'll talk
By
about
all
it.
means,
We'll talk
by
about
all
it in a
means,
couple
by all means,
months.
man.
I'm gonna spend some time looking for some stuff for you, and we'll get you set.
All
You
right,
know,
man.
and I hope to see a dank lost mail soon.
I'll get as many kills at least before the kill board turns red. You know,
That's
I'll
all that
get as many.
matters.
Like it's all about the deliveries. I gotta get as
Have
many
fun
deliveries.
with it. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's of course. I mean, seriously. It's like if it's like if Amazon got a supercar for a delivery van. Maybe it doesn't hold that much stuff, but god damn it, it's delivering in style.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, as long as you're delivering in a Ferrari, it's still delivering.
That's true. I mean, hey, that's the luxury service right there. That's like Uber XL, Uber X,
Exactly.
Uber Black, Uber Lux.
I only do Uber XL.
Uber X.
Wow, you're
I
You
only
do an
show up
Uber
in.
Lux, Uber Black, you know?
Is
No,
it
no,
You're
no.
getting Wingspan.
Uber Lux is just cringe. Uber XL, bro. I want to roll
I'm
up in
gonna
that
I'm gonna
Escalade with
go.
fives.
I'm gonna speak with the directors about like Wingspan some tiering if that's something they're interested in, you know.
Yeah,
Wingspan X.
Yeah. Tell them they need to be like ganking from this point forward and delivering missiles and like torpedo vindicators. All right.
I mean, I would come up with I'll write up a really special receipt if I'm getting deliveries done in a ship like that. I mean, we're talking Wingspan Lux.
I better be on the receiving end of one of those deliveries too. At one point.
I would hope to give you some wonderful fresh torpedoes. Actually, I mean, there is a bomber. No, but
No, no, no. I'm gonna get
I want to
something that
trust
you're
something
gonna.
else.
I'm gonna get something that you're gonna enjoy. Trust me. Trust me.
I'll
Just
give you an
trust.
idea.
Just
I'll
trust
give you
me.
an idea.
No, no,
It's
no. You
something I've
don't
been
need to
thinking
give me
about.
anything. Just trust me. Just
No,
trust.
but I wanna.
No,
I'll message
I
you
know
about it.
what
I'll
you
message you
want.
about it.
I know what you want. You don't know what you want, but I know what you want.
Really now?
Mm-hmm.
DM me what you're thinking. I'm actually curious.
I don't need to DM you because I know what you want.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. No. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
Yeah.
see. We'll see.
I
We'll
know
see.
what you
I'm
want.
interested. I'm interested.
Yeah. You just gotta trust in the thing. You know?
I don't know how to respond to any of what's happening right now.
I have no idea. I get it, but I also don't at the same time. But hey.
Like I guess we're just giving out AT ships.
I
No,
didn't
no.
expect it to go. Look, dude, I really didn't expect it to go like this, but I had to shoot my. I mean, shit, if you never shoot your shot, what's the point?
Also, if I could get my hands on a gold magnet, anybody know a guy? I will literally
Could you?
love you.
I mean, we could use you as like a delivery point. You
I
know,
mean,
you could sit around. You could sit around, and we can arrange deliveries at your location.
I just need a gold Maracha, dude, or a gold magnet.
Mhm.
Sorry,
Yeah, of course.
gold
You
magnet
just sit,
is
you just
like.
sit, you sit in the in the relic site. You're running your site, and we're waiting for people to come to the delivery point. They'll show up, I'm sure, and we'll give them a
Exactly,
nice big
somebody.
package. Of course, of course.
You know,
You,
Frederick
I
Von
think it would.
Hole will be there.
Yeah, that would be a very nice. I would love to give a very nice, pleasant delivery to Frederick Von Hole. I would invite him to come and join us for some and join us to receive a delivery. Not join us, but just receive a delivery. You know, that would be nice.
But yeah,
We'll sign it. We'll sign it. We'll sign it too. We'll sign the package.
I got an idea of what you want.
What do you mean? No?
You know,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
worry. Trust me. I'm gonna make sure that you can make deliveries with different turrets.
Oh my god.
So
All right, by all means.
Can there be a thing where like the next Vegas members of Wingspan like they get little 3D printed torpedoes, and then like that's their swag at like the Eve events where they literally just be
I
like,
mean, I have a
"Here's
printer.
torpedo."
I could probably just print it myself.
That all right.
But
There you
also,
go.
like, it's the torpedo. Can we even view like the model for the torpedoes themselves? We could just view the launchers.
No, you can view models for the torpedoes here. Let me pull it up. Let's see your missiles.
Let me see this. No, I don't think you can. I mean, you can see a little picture of what it like kind of looks like, but
Oh no, you can't do it anymore. I swear you could have.
you used to be able to look at charges.
Yeah, well, you used to be able to look at torpedoes.
It's kind of interesting, actually. Didn't know
Also,
that.
X42B. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Welcome to the Proto
Of course.
Bros. And yes, that's what I call the chat because calling something chat is way too cringe.
The Proto Bros. Just call it chat. I mean, it is Twitch.
But that's cringe though.
We won't blame. No, not necessarily. It's just the standard. I will ask this: how long do you typically expect to keep the shows going?
Until people get bored and leave.
Hmm,
So it's been about 2 hours now.
that's true.
So unless there's something else you had on mind, like how's Wingspan and what happened to Chance, other than that, like I don't have
I mean,
anything.
I mean, he posted a nice letter on Eve, r/Eve, and on the Corp as well. We saw it all. He's just wanted to. We do like I think CEO. I've never made a Corp in Eve. I'm sure there's like certain things that like only a CEO can do, and they don't want to really like bother him that much because he doesn't have a lot of time to be on. But
Yeah, there are
but then
definitely
the letter, the letter is like he's been around for a long time, and he just kind of wants to hand it off to someone else. I think at this point.
well, I mean, like I see so many, my decades worth of Eve. I've seen so many, cool little groups pop up, and
Hmm.
they all initially form around a sort of, I guess, a cult of personality, and then when
Yeah,
that,
when he was making a lot of YouTube, it was like a very big thing. We
yeah,
always, I mean, people still want to pull off that big Stratios move. I just asked him about it earlier. That delivery was something real special. Because they were really trying to get the refund, but 8 of them just could not hold him down. And I mean, you can't really make that you can't really make that happen. That's something that Eve kind of hands to you, and you got to
hmm
make it work. I
yeah,
almost had a moment like that, recently, but it just, I didn't make it. If I'd survived, it would be really something special, but I didn't even record it either, unfortunately. So I
yeah.
wouldn't have even recorded that. So it
Well,
is
it's
what it is.
yeah. Well, it's like with streaming too. Like most of the time, like it's just chilling around, flying around,
Hmm.
and talking in chat.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing that I was gonna say was, you got all these groups that form around, cult of personality. But then when the cult of personality leaves, the group just dies, and
No,
that's
we'll be fine.
and
It's
that's
8
just sad.
years. And I mean, no, it will be fine. I
Yeah,
mean, he hasn't, we don't see him that often. We've learned to become, our own group.
yeah, and that's good. Like that's yeah,
Mhm.
then that's good. And I'm yeah, what was I saying? I'm glad to see that Wingspan
Well,
is gonna
we will
continue.
be delivering, guys. We're not done. We're never,
Yes,
never
please.
done. To be like, I'm really not the highest authority to be speaking about all this, but I have one thing that every employee can assure you of. And to be fair, I'm not like brand new to Wingspan. I've been around for like I went 2 years and I took 2 years off. But like any delivery agent could tell you that we are never ever done delivering. We'll always be there.
Well, because I mean, you look at Eve right now, and wasn't your motto like "We're not happy until you're content"? I mean,
Of course.
look at the entirety of Eve right now. People are definitely nowhere near towards happy. So, I mean,
No, they're not content. We're not happy yet. And since we're not happy yet, we're still gonna work. We don't have the mindset where we quit. We have the mindset where we just keep on delivering until they're content. That's what matters.
okay, it's we're not happy until you're
Yeah, man,
content. Got it.
I mean, we've been putting out more PR lately. I don't know if you guys have seen the YouTube channel, Wingspan TV and Fable's channel on YouTube. I mean, go check them out. Really, like, there's some great stuff going up down there. We're preparing to release our first Wingspan original series. We made a movie before. I wasn't around for that at the time, but like the movie Going South, they made that, and now we're making the show, our original series, Operation Red Giant. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be coming out soon.
Do you have a link to that by chance?
Yeah, I can supply that. Let me see.
Let's say if I can post it in the chat.
A good old Wingspan TV. I'll post that right in general for the Discord.
Which, by the way, if you're watching now and you're enjoying the content, please hit that follow button.
Oh yeah, do join on the Discord. We do want more faces talk. Like, I mean, honestly, like I said, this is like Trash Talk Tuesday, but we just need more people. That's it. Because back then you had like a lot of big names coming. To be fair, you had a lot of big names coming on, right? And they would talk about they talk about all sorts of like nullsec politics and this and that, but there was this like really funny moment where like a lot of small gangers kind of like took over the show for a few weeks. It was kind of funny.
That was pretty funny.
And I was actually part of like around the time when I'd kind of like tried to branch out and go into like small gang content, but then I kind of just got burned out of Eve at that time, personally speaking. But
Feel that.
yeah, no, I mean coming back to it, like I don't really know what happened to all the small gangers. I hope they're doing well. It's a bit hard in this day and age, but I knew one thing's for sure. I just had to come back to delivering. Once a delivery agent, always delivery agent. I mean, after all, there's just a lot of content to be delivered to.
Amen to that. And also for the people in chat, that there's the link for those in chat for the Wingspan stuff. Yeah, definitely go check it out. Wingspan has a tendency to put out some pretty good content. And with that, I think we're gonna end the show. Again, if you guys like the content, please hit follow. I'm still working on getting some new emotes, and we've got some really cool ones in the works. But art takes time, and I don't feel like just constantly knocking on the artist's doors and being like, hey, when's this emote gonna be done? But they're working on it. I've seen the sketches, and there's some pretty memey ones. We're still looking for a couple more emotes. So if you have any suggestions, join the community Discord by doing !Discord, or if you're in the the Out Wednesday Discord, which is right now still called Generic Eve Talk Show. Feel free to put your suggestions there for new emotes. Yeah, that pretty much covers everything. Thank you all for watching, and
thank you for having me on, man.
Yeah, and
Of course.
yeah, remember, always bubble wrap your keep stars when deploying them, and we'll see you next time.